All right, so I want to post about two other episodes, so do look at the pinned comment. They're not going to be posted separate from each other. It's stories that are very recent and I don't want to keep them. They make my laptop keep heating up because I keep the windows opened. So I want to give you an update on two stories. You'll remember I mentioned this story here where Bushiri was supposedly suing someone. In a recent episode I made about 3 days back, where we spoke about the passing of many pastors in different churches and stuff like that, I mentioned that there was supposedly a reconciliation between Bushiri and that man whom he was supposedly suing. Yeah, so we have an update pertaining that story. Now, on that very same episode, I spoke about the passing of this pastor here at the corner here. Now, when I spoke about the passing of that pastor, if you watch the story, if you watch the video, I mentioned the pastor was said to have been strangled and they had not found any details and they were investigating the story. Well, I happened to find an update pertaining that, and so I wanted to give you an update pertaining that story because it was really heartbreaking, and it sounds even wow. That's all I can say. Sexuality show with daily Christian commentary videos. So let's start off with the story that I made about this. On the last episode, in the very same episode where I made that particular announcement about the passing of that pastor, I mentioned that there was potentially a seizing of that entire thing between Bushiri and that man. Bushiri posted about it himself. So right here you can see Bushiri says immediate release. You pull this up and you scroll in, it says right there, a statement by Bushiri and regarding public apology and defamation by Mr. Peter Sambo Lilongwe. I have received a careful, consider the public apology issued by Peter Sambo concerning the recent statements and publication directed against me and my family and the ministry. I acknowledge the remorse, humility, and admission expressed in his statement pertaining his recognition that his actions influenced by anger and misinformation. His decision to retract the publications, removed all post related content, and seek reconciliation represents the significant step towards accountability and restoration. As a believer, I have completely forgiven him. So it is now confirmed that they had reconciled. So I did mention that the post, I was not sure, but I did know the publication, the platform that had published that thing was a news platform from Malawi. And so the post just looked very idle, like there was no likes or anything. So I was like, is it the main post? So it turned out that it was probably because it was shared. So I wasn't seeing the reaction of people on that post because it was posted by a different person or something like that. So that's why I could not confirm that it was legit or not. So yes, Bushiri and Mr. Sambo, who had come out exposing all kinds of things, claiming all kinds of things, claiming people died, claiming all kinds of things. Apparently, he has offered a public apology for his post. Sambo was a pastor under Bushiri way back, and I think he has moved to the UK and so forth. So Sambo has sent out his apology. So this takes me further to the second story. In the ending of this episode, I mentioned this pastor here at the corner. Towards the end of the video, it's a 14-minute video, I played a clip from a news agency saying that this pastor had been Pastor Julius I forgot his surname. He had been strangled. And so it was a very sad story. So I kept looking if there was updates, and Taco has just posted an update pertaining that story, and you can see it right here. So according to Kuta, I don't know why I say Taco. Tuko. Okay, it's Tuko. Tuko is the one that published this thingy, and you can see the article right there. And this is what they are claiming about that story. This is why I say this. Yeah, this update is very, very wild. They say suspects in Nakuru pastor's murder reportedly withdrew about 600,000 from another victim's bank account. 2 suspects have been arrested in the slaying of Pastor Julius Ndumia. Phone amid ongoing investigations, I'm guessing, in the horrendous act. I think there's a little bit of spelling error there. The DCI linked, maybe that's the investigation bureau or something like that. I don't know. It just says that. So sometimes news people, for people outside the country, the people in your country might know, bracket, and then you say what it is. So I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it might be an investigation bureau or something. Linked the murder to a notorious gang, detailing their alleged involvement in another robbery days before killing the cleric. The DCI urged calm amongst the public and warned against speculation regarding the incident. Okay, so people shouldn't be starting to think otherwise, or some, people their minds can go wild. The incident, as they could appeal played for information leading to, okay, so basically you can mess up information if you just keep around all kinds of misinformation, to the arrest of the suspect. So basically, don't cause us confusion. And so that's a very wild thingy, because in the headline, that thingy, Tuka, or what you call their thingy, they say that it is linked to a suspected gang in the pastor's thing, linked to a major cash heist. That's very wild. So I'm not understanding, what is a pastor, a witness, a report? What is it? Now, I'm going to try and keep up with the story, because at that point, it just kind of sounds very, very, it sounds like a lot, basically, on what they are saying there. Amid ongoing investigation, detectives arrested 2 suspects. So there's 2 people who have been arrested pertaining this. They named the people who were found in possession of the deceased's phone and 3 SIM cards. So right there, they might have just stolen from him, and that's about it. No links or anything like that. Okay, you don't have to be speculating or anything. But as I try to continue following the story, I hope to have a little bit more clarity. On May the 12th, Taramtata revealed that the suspects linked to the Reverend's murder are linked to a notorious criminal gang that was first profiled in 2022. The gang is known on carrying out violent armed robberies using firearms and security. Okay. A primary investigation revealed that 4 suspects invaded the church, harassed church security. They named the god's name, and they said used him to bait, to lure the pastor into opening the door for a search. So looks like that's how that actually ended up happening. All right, so yeah, there's a lot more details down there. If you go to Taku, as I said earlier on, what's the name of this page? If you go to this page, it kind of further details the story. So if anything else happens, I'll come back and give you guys an update. So these are some of the details of what actually happened, because all we heard was he was suffocated, and that's pretty much all we heard about that story. So now this is a little bit of a thingy, and the people that did it, yeah, hardened criminals. It's the Reality Show with daily Christian commentary videos. 2 updates that I wanted to give. I'll see you on the Mother episode.